Everyone at the mall was walking past him. A small boy, maybe 5 or 6 years old, sat on the cold tile floor near the fountain, knees pulled to his chest, tears running down his cheeks, and clutching a small stuffed dinosaur that looked more like a security blanket than a toy. People gave him awkward glances. A few slowed down, then walked faster as if they didn't see him. Until she did. Elena Mitchell had only come to the mall to pick up a gift for her coworker's baby shower. It was just a short trip, and she hadn't even planned to stay longer than 15 minutes. But fate has a funny way of changing people's schedules, and lives. As she walked past the fountain with a small gift bag in hand, her eyes landed on the little boy. Her steps slowed. Something about the way he sat, silent, scared, shoulders shaking, made her stop. She glanced around, hoping to see a frantic mother or a father searching through the crowd. But no one was looking for him. No one was even noticing him. She hesitated for a moment, then knelt beside him. "Hey, sweetheart, are you okay?" she asked softly. The boy flinched at first, then looked up at her with wide, tear-filled eyes. His lips trembled. "I can't find my mommy." Elena felt something twist in her chest. She reached out slowly, offering her hand. "It's okay. You're not alone now. My name is Elena. Can I sit with you?" He nodded, wiping his nose with the back of his sleeve. She sat beside him, ignoring the curious looks from passers-by. She gently placed an arm around his shoulder. He hesitated, then leaned into her and wrapped his arms around her waist. He was shaking like a leaf. For the next few minutes, she just sat there, holding him while he cried. She asked his name. He whispered it was Jacob. He didn't know his mom's number, only that they came in through the big door near the cookies. Elena decided to stay right there with him and waved down a security guard. Soon, mall security contacted the police. She stayed until officers arrived. When the police took over, Elena made sure Jacob was okay, gave him one last reassuring hug, and watched as they led him away gently, promising to find his mother. She didn't ask for recognition or thanks. She simply whispered, "You're brave, Jacob," and walked away. She never expected to hear about it again. But a few hours later, as she was sipping tea at home and flipping through a recipe book, a knock came at her door. 2 police officers stood there, one holding a small manila envelope. "Ms. Mitchell?" one of them asked. She nodded, alarm creeping in. "We're here to thank you for what you did at the mall today. You may not realize it, but you did far more than comfort a lost child." She blinked. "I just did what anyone should." The older officer smiled gently. "Most people didn't. You were the only one who stopped." Then the younger officer added, "And there's something else. We thought you should know what happened after you left." They sat down in her small living room and told her what Jacob hadn't said, what he was too scared to tell anyone. Jacob wasn't just lost. He had run away. From someone who wasn't supposed to be with him. Jacob's mother had gone to the restroom, and in the brief moment she was gone, a man claiming to be his uncle tried to lure him away. But Jacob had remembered something his mom always said, "If you're ever scared, run and don't stop until you're somewhere public." So he ran. Right into the center of the mall. And sat by the fountain, hiding in plain sight, hoping his real mom would find him before the scary man did. "We think the man was watching," the officer said. "When you hugged Jacob, it looked like you were his guardian. He backed off. Disappeared. We found him on surveillance. He has a history. A long one." Elena stared, speechless. "You probably saved that child's life," the officer said. "We thought you should know that." Tears welled up in Elena's eyes as she took in their words. Her heart ached at the thought of what might have happened if she had just walked by like everyone else. Over the next few weeks, the story spread. Quietly at first, shared in the local police station, then mentioned on a community page. Eventually, a local journalist reached out to her. But Elena wasn't interested in fame. She just wanted others to see that doing something, anything, could matter. One afternoon, she was invited to a small gathering at the police department. She almost didn't go, but something told her she should. There, in the corner of the room, was Jacob, with his mother. His mother had tears in her eyes as she walked up and hugged Elena tightly. "I was gone for less than 2 minutes," she whispered, voice shaking. "And in those 2 minutes, everything could have been lost. You gave me my son back." Elena knelt down to hug Jacob again. He smiled up at her, holding his dinosaur tightly. "I told Mommy about the lady who gave me a safe hug." That phrase stuck with her. A safe hug. It was something so simple, yet in that moment, it had meant everything. From that day forward, Elena's life changed, not because of recognition, but because of awareness. She started volunteering at the local community center, speaking to parents about child safety, encouraging kindness among strangers. Her story wasn't about being a hero, it was about being human. She began to tell people, we don't have to fix the whole world. Sometimes, we just have to notice one person who needs help. Just one. Elena's act reminded everyone who heard about it that compassion isn't complicated. Sometimes, it's just stopping, sitting, hugging, and refusing to look away when someone is clearly hurting. And so, the story of a woman who hugged a crying child at the mall didn't end with a handshake or applause. It ended with lives changed, trust restored, and a silent message passed from one soul to another: kindness is never small.